We're waiting for our lunch to be made under a cabana with crystal clear water in front of us. That's a pretty good life. This might be one of the best sunsets we've had in Colombia. This is probably my favourite part of the day. Yesterday we caught what was meant to be a 4-hour bus from Santa Marta to Cartagena. Ended up being closer to 7, so we basically slept the entire day. We also wanted to be super rested for this morning because today we are going on a huge 11-hour boat tour to the Rosario Islands.
So on the way here we grabbed a pastry from a vendor, some fruit from a vendor, and some drinks from a supermarket, and we think we are ready to go for this huge day. And the one thing we were running low on was sunblock, and we just had a street vendor come up and offer it to us. So 20,000 pesos for a tube of sunblock's not too bad. Just been picked up by our guide. We're now in the park waiting for the rest of the tour group to come.
We're official.
Got ourselves some nifty bracelets. The park that we're in, just waiting for this tour to go, we had a walk through with our guide Alex, and he's shown us lizards, squirrels, and monkeys in trees. There's also a lot of birds around, but they're slightly less cool. The lizards were like scary looking iguanas climbing trees. They didn't look very coordinated. The monkeys are really cool. Feels like a nature reserve, and this is just a park in the middle of the city. It's 8:50 and we're on the road now. We had to wait for a few stragglers, but the animals we got to see in the park, totally worth it. Haven't even started the tour, it's amazing.
I can't believe there were monkeys, iguanas and sloths all in those trees, and we walked in that park 2 times yesterday and didn't see any of it.
That person that say me, good morning, more strong, I'm going to give a piña colada. Good morning! Guys, right now we are going to go to Rosario Island. Okay? We are going to go fast. Please take care of the house, take care of the cow. My second name is Aquaman.
After about an hour on the boat, we are very hot and ready to jump in. We went past one really cool fort that's like 2 forts on either side, and apparently they used to have a chain across and they'd pull it up and it would like sink any ships coming through that they didn't want coming through. Thanks, Puddin. We are sunscreening up because we're going for our first snorkel of the trip, and the water is crystal clear. I cannot wait to get in. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's so good.
The temperature's incredible.
The water's really clear, but there's not really much snorkeling to do. It's just at the flat bottom.
I feel so refreshed.
Our snorkel stop is done. Then we've got the next island to get lunch.
We got to see Pablo Escobar's little holiday home as well as his crashed plane, and now we have come to another island for lunch.
On the way here, we also stopped, and there's also people like on canoes, but the canoe was like a bar cart, and they had all these different liquors, and they were trying to sell you different things on the boat, but it's still probably a little bit early. Maybe next time we see them.
Took me right back to Egypt on the Nile cruise when you'd have all the like, what were they called, merchants sail up to you and throw things up onto the boat. It was that, except make it a bar cart, so it was kind of better. We're waiting for our lunch to be made under a cabana with crystal clear water in front of us. That's a pretty good life.
So this is where we're stopping for lunch. No idea what to expect, but we chose chicken when everyone else seemed to have chosen fish. I think because we're so close to the ocean, fish might have been a good idea, but it's nice to be different sometimes.
Lunch was bloody delicious. I ended up having the fish and it was perfect, coconut rice, and we got like a cool drink with it. There is a bar here, so I'm tempted to go see how much a beer is, because how can you not have a beer on this kind of day?
see the appeal.
Cholon Island is definitely a vibe. It's a party vibe. It's loud music, lots of drinks, that sort of thing. It's really cool that the tables are in the water, but we're not really party people, so we've just been hanging out, getting some cool drone shots, and the boat's here to take us to the next island, which is meant to have this beautiful blue water.
This one's a weird stop. It's just a very busy beach. 30-minute stop on this island, but the next one we're at for 3 hours because I think we're waiting for the sun to go down to get this bioluminescent plankton, which hopefully could be the highlight of the whole trip. Now we are spending 3 hours on this beach until another boat picks us up and goes to the plankton.
This is probably my favorite part of the day, just being here and knowing you don't have to rush or like get anywhere. It's just so relaxing. And the water is so clear and so warm. Like it's literally the same temperature as outside. It's crazy. 3 hours here has gone so quickly. We may have gotten a couple of cervezas from a guy selling them in a little esky as he's walking up and down, because they are way cheaper than the ones at all of the restaurants that line this beach. I think these were 5,000 each, and at the restaurant they were what? 12. Oh, we had to get so many because he doesn't have change. We only have a 50 and he doesn't have enough change, so every time he comes down we're like, oh, do you have change yet? And he's like, no. And we're like, okay, well, we'll get another. So I think his plan is working. This might be one of the best sunsets we've had in Colombia though. I'm so excited to see bioluminescent plankton though. I've never seen them before and I don't understand how they work.
The sun has officially gone down, which means it won't be long now and we'll be getting on another boat to take us to the bioluminescent plankton. I feel like we've said so many times it's kind of losing all meaning. Bioluminescent plankton. I hope it's cool.